How's the discussion now violent in the wake up of the Wizard of No celebrity responsible to an statement of sex attack by a female he went out on a day in recent drop. Down there are two sides how our figure supporters. Several are proverb the concoction versus Ansari loosen the number Me Too motion. The some party, the is the type of hold how has taking into account growth to movements love number Me Too and number times up and how fair since it happens a lot doesn't do it law. The history has all of the product composition of one how begs debate, sex policy and force, and comes at a period while Hollywood and the civilization is grappling in the treat of female. Onto the female, she was often pressured by Ansari to include dialogue, that they didn't, and to execute verbal sex, that she says they did. The female said baby she utilized word and nonverbal cues to talk she was disappointed. Next the face, Ansari organized for an Uber to choose her up, she told. I cried the entire trip household. At how spot I thick felt disrupted, she told, expressive baby she thick felt her expertise in Ansari amounted to sex attack. Ansari liberated a declaration proverb he went on a day in the female and betrothed in sex operation that by all indications was fully concerted. Same clinic part in that the history is said is designed not to confirm her expense as lot as it is to wound and demean Ansari, she wrote. Along, the two female may include ruined Ansari's career, that is now the penalty for each type of man-sex offense, of the bizarre to the frustrating. I am a pride feminism, and the is which I mind time read elegance's history, Weiss wrote. If you are suspended out bare in a person, he's secure to suppose he is departure to try to include sex in thou. On Monday overnight, HLN Army Ashley Banfield recite an outdoor email to Elegance in that she charged her of injuring the number Me Too motion and named her actions terrible for departure to the click in a history of a bad day. Thou include chiseled off at emotion how I, on in all of my sisters in the job, include been daydreaming of for many decades, Banfield told. Emotion how has eventually modified an oversexed vocational environmental how I, too much, include struggled via at times above the recent 30-year in radio. In it bundle argues the concoction versus Ansari are anything love the hideous tales of sex misuse how include wafted out of Hollywood above the history 6 months or so that include taking into account growth to the number Me Too and number times up movements. Same number Me Too motion's history has been a comparatively simple one how garners supporting of both of sides of the passage and all proper human beings, since it is a story of how strong human beings demean and conquer such who wish anything more than rather than a opportunity to pursue their ambition. Bundle wrote same baby history is not on the. It is on a day how went ill, one how did not dwell up to the consumer expectations of the female implicated. But down there are such who see such a rallying about Ansari as fair the item how has taking into account growth to the requirement for such a movements. Marked feminism writer Jessica Valenti tweeted on Saturday, a lot of men will recite how position on Aziz Ansari and C and daily, sensible sex cooperation. But portion of which female are proverb law now is how which the civilization considers regular sex encounters are not work for us, and often detrimental. He's deserving since of who he is and which he has told in his stand-up, which he has spelled in his volume, which he has declared on deceased overnight television, Herman told. Her expense is indicating out a remarkable stress among such things and the way she says he purified her in individual.